I really thought the Brewers were going to have a comeback in them. They got down early, never threatened. Just kind of protocol for this year's Brewers baseball team. We'll recap Friday night's game. Teheran starting on Saturday afternoon. All that next here on the abbreviated version on the Saturday Shorty on Locked On Brewers.
You are Locked On Brewers, your daily Milwaukee Brewers podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Everybody, I know some of you are going to look at it and say, well, the Oakland A's, the Brewers should just come in and roll over a team that might turn out to be one of the worst teams in baseball history. Yeah, baseball quite doesn't work that way. Oakland off an off day on Thursday, took 2 of 3 from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Game into AmFam Field, put up some early offense, and really the Brewers never really scratched the surface. Never really had any willingness to get back into this ball game. And that's disappointing because I thought they really could. I thought they had several opportunities, especially late in the game. We'll tell you about that coming up here in a little bit. My name is Chuck Freeman. Welcome to the Saturday Shorty on Locked On Brewers. We're doing these on weekends as well during the week. Brewers play 7 days a week, so we're trying to be here weekends as well. A little bit shorter on a weekend. Download us on any of those podcast platforms, Google, Spotify, Apple, and of course, YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. Please hit that subscribe button. That little bell is going to alert you every time we drop an episode. Our YouTube audience is really, really growing over the last several weeks. We thank you very much. My name is Chuck Freeman. I'm the morning sports anchor at 1310 WIBA in Madison. Longtime reporter for AP Radio covering the Milwaukee Brewers. And was not at the game on Friday night. Watched the game. Got down early 3-0. And I thought this would be the night that the Brewers would show a comeback. I really did. I thought they would tonight. They'd surprise me because this team, like several other teams in recent history with the Milwaukee Brewers, when they get down, they get the half Nelson on them early on. They're unable to kick out, and that's disappointing. But I thought maybe against the Oakland A's, they would show a little pride. And I thought toward the end of this game, Lucas Ursig, the former Brewer farmhand infielder turned pitcher, just got called up. The guy is surprised he's in the major leagues. I watched his stuff tonight. I'm like, how the Brewers not hitting this guy? They couldn't touch him in the 7th or 8th inning. They couldn't get nothing against the guy. They couldn't get in. He got a walk. I mean, the guy was all over the place. That was so frustrating right there, how they could not even dent the scoreboard against Lucas Ursig, somebody who probably should be pitching in the major leagues. But the Oakland A's are just so bad. They called him up. They needed a reliever, and the Brewers couldn't get anything scratched against him, and they lose. Brewers lose by a score of 5-2. Adrian Houser was not good. Gave up 3 runs right off the bat in the first inning. Oakland had been putting up some runs against the Pittsburgh Pirates. They had their offense had been struggling. They had one of the worst offenses in the league. Their offense has been struggling. But against the Pirates, of course, they showed some life. And coming in here, I didn't think it was going to be easy, but I still thought if there was an opportunity for the Brewers to sweep a 3-game series like they did Kansas City earlier in the year, this would be the chance. Well, they didn't get the first one. They can still win the series, which they need to do. You can't lose a series if you're a first-place team to a team that is basically a lame duck team. Lame duck team. They're moving. They're out of Oakland. They're headed to Vegas. They're drawing 8,600. They don't have many stars. They're pitching. Their pitching is one of the worst in baseball. Lead the league in home runs and walks. The Brewers got just 4 hits. 4 hits against that pitching for the A's. And Lucas Ursig, again, a guy who probably shouldn't be pitching in the major leagues at this point. Too many strikeouts again tonight. A couple of things. Trevor McGill, I'm impressed with him. He did get out of a bases loaded situation, gave a run, but it could have been a lot worse. Got a pop out and a strikeout, bases loaded, 1 out. I think this guy's got some potential. He was given up by the Twins. I think he has got some potential on this team. But Houser, I gave the 3, got him off to a bad start, but let's pick him up. Okay. How come when one of our pitchers gets off to a bad start, we can never be there to save them? How about coming back with a 2 spot? How about showing some life? They scored a couple of runs early on, yeah, but still never were able to tack on any more runs the rest of the game. I just thought they were going to. This was a game I thought the Brewers were going to rally and win. They didn't get the job done, and it was disappointing. Disappointing. All right, we'll tell you about some other Brewer news, because I'm not going to go on and on about just how bad the Brewers look tonight, but I won't go down that road. It just, I honestly thought this would be a night where, you had a chance that not only, the previous day where you had a chance to sweep Oakland, but you could have got this one. These are 2 games right here, 2 important games. And I know it's baseball, but my gosh, the Brewers just can't get they just can't sustain success, can they? And when I said that, can they be a contender, a legitimate contender? Well, you need to see the last 2 games, and it's just really just takes some of the air out of your sails. Julio Teheran pitches on Saturday afternoon. I'm really looking forward to this. We'll talk about that coming up here after I tell you about eBay Motors. For a championship team, it's all about making sure every player is a perfect fit. It's the same when it comes to your vehicle. Every part needs to be hit just right. So the next time you need parts and accessories, head to eBay Motors. With the eBay Guaranteed Fit, you can be sure every part you need fits just right the first time around. Just add your ride to My Garage. Look for the green check to know what part will fit or your money back, because just like in sports, confidence is the name of the game. When you shop eBay Motors, with over 122 parts to choose from, you'll be back in the game in no time. After all, it's easy to bring home a win when the right parts are guaranteed. You get the right parts, get the right fit, the right prices at ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. eBay Guaranteed Fit. Available only to U.S. customers. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. All right, we're going to get to Teheran's start coming up on Saturday, an afternoon start. 3:10. You catch it on Sirius XM, the SXM app. Search Brewers. Brewers and A's. 3:10 on a Saturday afternoon. We have a lot of these Saturday afternoon starts coming up, and then before later, towards fall, we go back to the Saturday night games. But should be a nice day to get out to AmFam Field on Saturday. We'll tell you about Teheran and one of the Brewer minor leaguers, not Mizorowski, but Sal Frelick, who's on the mend. That's next here on Locked On Brewers. Welcome back to Locked On Brewers. I'm your host, Chuck Freeman. Frelick is back to getting healthy, it seems. He tore the thumb ligaments that needed surgery back in April. He's going to go down to the Arizona Complex League. And I know some of you are thinking, maybe we get this guy back on the major league team. I think he's going to be here sometime. I think he might have been here already had he not gotten hurt. When Garrett Mitchell went down, I think they would have brought him up, although they had Tyrone Taylor waiting. I think Frelick might have gotten a shot here, but got hurt. And he's going to be down in the Arizona Complex League, getting some at-bats in, working on his swing, getting back the way he should be. And Frelick should be on this team. I think he'll be a September call-up, but I'm telling you, my gut feeling tells me this guy will be up there before the end of the season, and maybe not September. Julio Teheran pitches for the Brewers, makes his 4th Brewer start. And, you look at his fastball, 91 it's topping out at. But, his swing and misses aren't there. He's not walking anybody. Hitters are not barreling up to him at all. And I think he's looked real good. Just much like the way he did. Not quite as great as when he was an all-star in 2014 and 2016 with Atlanta. But there's a reasonable facsimile there. You see a little of that old Julio Teheran. You certainly see a veteran pitcher going out there and knowing how to pitch and being crafty. Yeah, he's had a few stops after Atlanta where he has not been very good. And I'm hoping that this isn't one of those situations where he goes to a new home, and all of a sudden he has a couple of honeymoon starts, and then he's back to being the way he was the last couple of years. But that's why I think this performance on Saturday afternoon, he's had 3 in the books. Okay. He's 1-2, but he's got an ERA of under 2. He's been solid. Nice fit. He's pitching against a bad team, but the A's are swinging the bats well. They are by their standards and by baseball standards. They're turning things around a little bit offensively. They've won like 3 of their last 4. So we'll see what Teheran does against them on Saturday afternoon. More importantly, we'll see what kind of stuff he has. And, the offense supporting him aside, I'm really going to be glued in onto what Julio does in his 4th start, how he approaches it, how he works out of maybe some jams, because he's against the team there right now, swinging the bats well. So this will be a good test. All right. Now the Brewers hopefully get some of their own offense going, but that aside, Julio Teheran, looking forward to his start coming up on Saturday. Sousa and Cousins go on the injured list. Sousa pitched last night, goes on the injured list today. Joining him is Cousins. And Brewers continue to add to the injury list, but Frelick coming back sooner than anticipated, probably a couple of weeks sooner than anticipated, because I thought this was more towards June that he was going to be on the mend. All right, that's going to do it for the Saturday Shorty. Thank you all for stopping by in this weekend. I know we keep them shorter on weekends because you have a lot going on, but we just want to give you some news and commentary regarding the Milwaukee Brewers, especially after a disappointing 5-2 loss to the Oakland A's. Again, catch the game on SiriusXM, the SXM app, the hometown broadcast at 3:10 coming up on Saturday. We'll see you at the game on Sunday. I'll be out there, 300 section. I've seen a lot of you fans out there this season so far. I'll be out there with Shannon and the 12-year-old Brady. We walking around, going to the Brewers experience, the ceiling experience. The kid likes to takes a couple of swings down in the batting practice area. And of course, where they throw the pitches for the kids. So we wandering around, getting there early. It's going to be an autograph day on Sunday as well. Looks like temperatures are going to be in the upper 50s. So the roof is probably going to be closed. We'll see if the rain stops, but I got a feeling the roof is going to be closed because it's going to be upper 50s that day. All right, let's get one. Come on, Julio Teheran. Give us one on Saturday and give him some offensive support. It's going to do it for Locked On Brewers. On the Saturday Shorty, I'm Chuck Freeman. Locked On Brewers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. We are your team every day. Good day, everybody.